The Kings suck in this game. You should play another team.
I took the Kings to the Cup.
Yeah, against the computer with the offsides.
They're a finesse team, bro.
They're a fucking bitch team. Score!
Oh! Bitch! You're a fucking bitch.
Watch out,
No,
motherfucker.
do not fucking hit my elbow.
Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here with Shughead Gaming. Today we are going to take a break from VR content and we're going to take a look at A Way Out. A Way Out is available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. I will be playing this on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Let's get into it. For those of you who missed the days where your buddy would come over for the evening or weekend, sit on the couch, and in a gaming marathon that songs will be sung of, you crush through an entire game campaign together in split screen. This is your game. A Way Out, developed by Hazelight Studios, is a 5.5-hour interactive prison escape movie that will require you and a friend to work together, think together, and shoot together. Reminiscent of some of the great prison escape movies, you and a friend will be tasked with a multitude of tasks and gameplay mechanics to escape prison and survive as fugitives. Hey guys, as always, please feel free to subscribe, hit that like button, or share my review. I'm a small channel and I super appreciate all the help. With that, graphics are up first. Most of the set pieces in A Way Out are fairly self-contained and broken up with a fair amount of cutscenes. As a result, the graphics are expectedly fairly impressive. Playing on the PS4 Pro, the interior and exterior environments are sharp and nice to look at. For the most part, texture detail is very impressive, with interior locations faring the best. Smaller outside locations like farmyards also look extremely good and very realistic. Where the graphic engine starts to show signs of weakness is larger outside locations like the mountainous countryside and highway sections where you find yourself driving a vehicle, usually while being pursued by many angry troopers. These areas lack believable terrain formations and feel overly ambitious for the title's scope or developers' abilities. Highway sections had me flashing back to some PS1 games like the James Bond games, where driving sections were tacked on to the third-person shooting sections for variety. These sections felt more like being on an asphalt water slide than a dynamic cop chase from my Grand Theft Auto escapades. One area where the outside sections do shine is in the lighting. Most moments walking through the forest were downright awe-inspiring. As the sunlight flickered through the trees, this excellent lighting engine is solid indoors as well. Particularly evident in a part where one of you has a flashlight and the other tries to tag along for fear of being left in the daunting dark of the prison belly. This use of lighting really makes you feel a part of the building and greatly adds to the immersion. Something a game like this will succeed or fail on. Frame rate appears smooth throughout the adventure and seems to be holding its 30 frames per second target regardless of what you're doing on screen. Don't forget, I am on a Pro and not sure how the OG PlayStation handles this. Cinematics are plentiful and well done. Cinematics are handled by the in-game engine, so gameplay segments flow smoothly into cinematics and vice versa. The game uses many unique ways to transition from two-player gameplay into a cinematic and then back to gameplay in ways that will surprise you and keep you on your toes. This is great stuff and really works to suck you in. Finally, in a game where you will spend most of your time watching the two convicts walk, run, and jump around the screen, character animations play a big role in bringing you into this world. Unfortunately, the game doesn't always stick the landing in this department. While not terrible by any means, characters, whether primary or not, are animated above average. We aren't talking Metal Gear Solid or, God forbid, Mass Effect Andromeda mediocrity, but after being spoiled by the brilliance of Assassin's Creed Origins and Horizon Zero Dawn, the bar has been set higher, and A Way Out does not measure up. It gets the job done, and it never hurts to look at, but you will never find yourself thinking you're watching a real person walk across the screen, and this hurts the game. Next up is sound.
I'm sure you're having a rough day, but I'm looking for someone. A woman and
A woman, huh? I used to have a gorgeous woman and money and just... Look at me now.
What happened?
Music, in A Way Out, is very nuanced and does not play a major role or memorable part of the game. I can't really remember a single scene with music other than the opening, although I know there was. I actually had to go back to my gameplay footage to make sure it did. This is also a testament to the way the game brings you into its world without needing music to drive the tension home. Instead, the game relies more on its world noises and well-done voice acting. Environment sounds create a believable soundscape, whether it be the dingy, depressing prison or the freedom of the wild outdoors. Soundscape never fails the game, or its sense of immersion. Well, I said the voice acting was good, and it is. It needs to be said that the characters still never grabbed me and had me really caring about them, nor did I really find myself loathing the antagonists you're presented with. Whether this is a result of voice acting, writing, or a bit of both, I'm not sure. But I was never waiting on the end of characters' words with anticipation or bated breath. Rather, I was just intrigued enough to carry on with my buddy in tow. And that brings us to gameplay and story. In A Way Out, you and a friend will play as Vincent and Leo as you break out of prison together and into the world beyond the walls. Bonded by a common goal on the outside, you will play a huge variety of gameplay scenarios and gameplay mechanics as you work together to accomplish your goals. The story elements are ripped right out of some of the best prison escape movies. My friend and I found ourselves quoting The Shawshank Redemption and Escape Alcatraz on more than one occasion. While not unique in any way, A Way Out is comfortable in its familiarity, not unlike the feeling of playing a classic couch co-op game with your buddy. One of A Way Out's biggest strengths is its ability to constantly throw new gameplay mechanics at the players. You will find yourself picking fights and using stealth to escape spying guards 1 minute, and then the next doing a tandem rhythm game, climb up a wall thingy. Variety is the spice of life, and in a game like this, it's just as important, even putting a game like Until Dawn to shame with its variety. You'll find yourself manically driving a car down the road, all the while your buddy shoots out the back at oncoming cop cars. Then over the next 15 minutes, you will puzzle solve a broken escape vehicle, play a round of horseshoes, partake in a musical rhythm duet, and finish it off with a frantic paddle down some wild river rapids. This keeps things fresh, even when the story doesn't. As a jack of all trades, the game nails more mechanics than it falters at. And we enjoyed ourselves the whole time. And now, let's talk about fun factor. Yep, I had fun, and I really enjoyed rocking through this game with a friend. That being said, I did find myself from time to time looking at the clock. Mainly this was due to the story or characters just not doing much for me. That being said, it was unusually brief, as soon a new gameplay mechanic was thrown at us and we had to talk and figure out how to keep ourselves alive to the next cutscene. People have mentioned that this game offers 2 solid playthroughs, as you could finish with one character and then on a second playthrough, play as the other. Well, as a rule, I don't play games again. I really don't see a lot of drawback to this game, again, for that reason. But as a constant split-screen game, there really isn't much mystery or surprise to what the other character was up to. And the game does a great job of making sure each player gets his or her turn at almost every gameplay mechanic presented. And that brings us to my final rating. I hate number scores, and instead I like to review games on a buy, wait for a sale, or burn it to the ground basis. As good as this game is, the lack of replay for me and the lackluster story would normally throw this into the wait for a sale category. However, this game is priced right for what it is and has the added incentive of offering free co-op with 1 copy of the game, and that's even online. That's a remarkable value, and one especially shocking coming from publisher EA. I was honestly waiting to be asked to buy a loot box if I wanted to win a chance to get to the next story chapter. As a result of this value, I am willing to overlook the knocks against this game and instead focus on the real gem here. And that is the fun of taking on a campaign in its entirety with your buddy, like back in the day. This is a buy for me, guys, so consider picking this up and calling over a friend for an old school sleepover gaming night.